Good morning, everybody. How are you? Did you wake up good this morning? What do we do every morning when we wake up? The very first thing is we roll out of bed and we put our knees on the floor and we fold our hands and close our eyes and say, Jesus, thank you so much for this day. Help me to make other people happy and do my chores the way I need to. Help me to be responsible on what is mine. And most of all, help me to bless others. And there's your moment with Jesus. Today, I want to tell you a story. My very first video, I wish to tell you a super story about little children and how their mom taught them about Jesus. One day, there were two little girls helping their mother around the house. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Do you help around the house? If you help your mom, please comment below and tell me, what do you do to help your mom? I know that my girls, they like to help me wash the dishes and vacuum the floors, and that's what these two little girls did with their mom. And they were doing all the things that little girls like to do. Until one day, the telephone rang. And these were the little telephones that were connected to the walls back in those days that had an actual wire that went from the receiving end to, you had to talk into it. And so mother had to walk over to the wall to pick up the phone. And as it rang and she picked it up, who do you think it was? It was Grandma. So mother picked up the phone and she said, hello? Yes? Oh, I'm certainly sorry to hear about that. Well, you take care of yourself and I'll check in with you later, okay? Goodbye. Well, after a telephone conversation like that, those two little girls wanted to know what was going on. And mother looked at her two little girls and said, that was your grandma. She's not feeling too well and she's sick in bed. And the two little girls looked at each other and said, poor Grandma. And so as they continued their chores, they seemed a little bit more sad and they started moving a little slower until one of them got an idea. She said, Mother, I know, we can go over to Grandma's house. She's not feeling good and she's sick in bed and she won't be able to do it. Well, can we, Mom, please? Huh? We'll be real quiet. We won't make too much noise. Can we go, Mother, please? Well, when a mother hears her children talking like that, how can she say no? So she said to her children, well, you know that you need to walk through the woods, so you need to be so careful. But yes, you can go to Grandma's house, but do everything that you can to help her. And no playing. Oh, don't worry, Mom, we won't play. And so there was two little girls on their way to Grandma's house. Now, going through the woods was not very scary because it was still light out. But Mother said, you need to come home before it's dark because it's difficult to go through the woods like that. They said, don't worry, bye, Mom, hugs and kisses. So they went through the woods, and when they got to Grandma's house, they saw her. And she surely was sick in bed. On the table beside her bed, there was a bottle of pills, and there was a cup of water, and it had bubbles in it. And when they poked their head around the corner, they said, Grandma, we're here to clean your house for you. And Grandma looked at them and she definitely was sick. She had a Kleenex to her nose to blow her nose, and her face was a little feverish. But the girls said, don't worry, Grandma. We're here to clean your house for you. And so they did. They vacuumed the carpet, took out the trash, washed the dishes, cleaned the windows, all the things that needed to be done. And when they were finished, they made soup for Grandma, and they baked nice hot bread, and they took it into Grandma. They put a big spoon in the bowl, and they said, Grandma, we cooked for you too. And poor Grandma, she was so sick, and the last thing she wanted to do was to eat. But you know what? She ate the whole bowl, every drop. So after that, the little girls sat on Grandma's bed because they missed her so much. And they said, "Grandma, will you tell us a story?" Ah, Grandma. Well, she did. And the story was so interesting, so very, very interesting, so that the story took so long that one of the girls looked outside the window and the sun was almost down to the top of the trees. And one of the girls said, "Oh, Grandma, we have to go home before it gets dark. Thank you so much for the story. I hope you feel better. We'll see you later, Grandma. Goodbye." And so the two little girls started on their way home. Now, the sun was going down to the tops of the trees, and that meant the shadows would get longer and longer. As they went through the woods, looking around the trees, sometimes the shadows looked like animals. And so one of the girls decided to play a game so they wouldn't get so scared. She said, "Do you see that rock over there? Hiding behind it has got to be a tiger." And the other little girl says, "No, it's just a shadow." And they started laughing. And then they looked behind a tree saying, "Do you see that stump over there? Well, behind it has to be a mountain lion." And the other girls said, "No, no, no, it's just a shadow." And they laughed and laughed and laughed. And so as they turned the corner, they saw another shadow. And one of the little girls was getting ready to choose an animal to dedicate that shadow to. And the other little girl held the girl's arms and says, "Oh, look what's there. And it's not a shadow. It's a big black bear." "Oh, it is." And the two little girls, they froze. And they're like, "What are we going to do? If we run, it will run after us. And if we climb a tree..." Well, they knew how to climb trees too. And the other little girl said, "Well, Mom says if we're ever in trouble that we have to pray." And the other little girl says, "Pray? I can't pray. I'm too frightened to pray." And her sister says, "Well, I don't know. We've got to try. I just feel like we need to pray." And so two little girls holding hands bowed their heads and closed their eyes, and they said, dear Jesus, there's a big bear right in our pathway. Please make him go away." And they opened up their eyes and they tried to see if the bear left, and there he was, staring right at them. And they closed their eyes again. "Please, Jesus, please make the bear go away." And one of the little girls opened her eyes and she said, "Do you know what? I feel like we should sing." And the other little girl said, "Sing? How can we sing?" And she said, "I don't know. I just feel like we need to sing." So the two little girls, they held each other's hands so tightly and they decided to sing. "Oh, there's sunlight, beautiful sunlight. Oh, there's sunlight on the hill." And the bear looked at them and he kind of turned his head like bears do. And they were surprised that he didn't charge them. And so they sang a little louder. "Oh, there's sunlight, beautiful sunlight. Oh, there's sunlight on the hill." And the bear heard something and he turned around and he ran into the forest. Meanwhile, Mother was home and she was worried about her two little girls, so she started in the forest after them. What a beautiful sound she heard coming out of the forest, because not only did she hear the voice of her two little girls, but it seemed like she heard angels singing too. And she heard, "Oh, there's sunlight, beautiful sunlight. Oh, there's sunlight on the hill." And before she knew it, she had two little girls with their arms wrapped around their mother's neck. And they said, "Mom, you would never guess what happened. We were going through the forest and there was a big bear and we prayed. And so we felt like we needed to sing. And so we sang. And because we prayed and we sang, that bear totally went away. And it's because we prayed in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Mother. Thank you so much for teaching us about Jesus. And there's the end of the story. Children, we all need to know that praying to Jesus is the greatest communication that we have to the person who loves us the most. Your parents love him, you love him, I love him, and you know what? Above all, he loves us more. So let today be the best day. And remember, everybody, pray to Jesus. He will make your day bright, and he will allow you to be safe. Have a good day. Press the subscribe button, and may God bless you.